All right, listen up. The stock market isn't just a 5-day-a-week job. Oh, no, no, no. Every day has its own personality, its own rhythm. But Friday is special. It's the grand finale of the trading week. It's the last chance for big money managers to make their moves before the weekend. Think about it. You've got 2 whole days, Saturday and Sunday, where the market is closed. That's a long time in the world of money. Anything can happen. A political storm could brew. A company could get some bad news. Friday is the last exit on the highway before you're stuck for 48 hours. That's why it's so important. Let's talk trends. On Friday, you often see some predictable patterns. One of the biggest is called profit-taking. Imagine a stock has had a fantastic week. What do you think happens on Friday? A lot of smart investors say, "Thank you very much," and they sell. They want to lock in those gains. Another trend is what I call the weekend hedge. This is for the big players, the hedge funds, the institutions. They might be worried about the economy or a political event. So, what do? They buy protection. This defensive maneuvering can create downward pressure on the whole market, especially in the last hour of trading on a Friday. Then you have the opposite effect. Sometimes you get a Friday rally. This happens when the mood is good. Maybe there was some great economic news. They think, hey, things are looking great. I want to own these stocks heading into next week. So what do? They buy. And don't forget about volume. Trading volume, the number of shares being bought and sold, can be a wild ride on a Friday. But then, watch out for the last hour. From 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, things can get crazy. You gotta be ready for that final hour frenzy. Let's get inside the heads of traders on a Friday. It's all about emotion. The psychology is completely different from the rest of the week. Think about it. On a Wednesday, if you make a bad trade, you have 2 more days to fix it. But on a Friday, the clock is ticking. The pressure is on. This creates a sense of urgency that you can feel in the air. Fear and greed, the 2 biggest drivers of the market, are cranked up to 11. Fear of holding a losing stock over the weekend. Greed of missing out on a potential rally on Monday. It's a mental tug of war. This pressure leads to what I call short-term thinking. Many traders on a Friday aren't thinking about where a company will be in 5 years. They're thinking about where it will be in 5 hours. Their goal is to end the week flat, meaning they have no open positions, or to protect the money they've made. This can lead to more emotional decisions. And let's not forget the human element. Traders are people too. By Friday afternoon, they're tired. They've been staring at screens and battling the market for 5 straight days. This fatigue can lead to mistakes. It can also lead to a desire to just clean the slate. They don't want any loose ends. So how do you play this? You have to be the calm one in a sea of emotion. While others are freaking out, you should be looking for opportunities. Understanding the Friday psychology gives you an edge. You can use the market's short-term emotional swings to your long-term advantage. Don't get caught in the freak-out. Be the one who profits from it. Booyah! News is the lifeblood of the market, and on Fridays, it can be dynamite. Why? Because companies and governments know that a Friday news release has a special kind of impact. If a company has bad news to share, like a disappointing sales forecast or a product recall, when do you think they like to announce it? That's right, late on a Friday afternoon. They call it the Friday news dump. This means you have to be extra vigilant on a Friday. A stock could be having a great day, and then bam! At 2:30 p.m., a negative press release hits the wires and the stock plummets. The company just dropped a bomb, and now traders are scrambling to get out before the market closes. This can create a waterfall of selling that is brutal and fast, but it's not just bad news. Sometimes good news drops on a Friday. A company might announce a huge new contract or a surprise merger. This can ignite a fire under a stock. If the news is good enough, traders will pile in, wanting to own the stock over the weekend. The fear of missing out, or FOMO, takes over, and everyone wants a piece of the action. It's a buying frenzy. And let's not forget the big economic reports. Things like the monthly jobs report are often released on a Friday morning. This one report can set the tone for the entire day, and even the entire month. This single piece of data, released before the market even opens, can decide whether it's a risk-on Friday or a risk-off Friday. It's the starting gun for the day's race. So let's put a bow on this. Friday is not just another day. It's the most important day of the trading week. It's a day of decision, a day of emotion, and a day of strategy. It's when the week's winners cash in their chips and when the worriers buy their insurance for the weekend. The psychology is different. The behavior is different. The stakes are higher. Think of a typical Friday. A great tech stock, let's call it Cramerica Inc., has been on a tear all week. By Friday afternoon, some traders start selling to lock in their 10% gain. Then, a positive jobs report makes everyone feel good about the economy. Other investors see the small dip as a buying opportunity, and they jump in, pushing the stock back up into the close. This is the push and pull that you see every single week. Your job is not to get scared. Your job is to understand. When you see a good stock falling on a Friday, ask yourself why. Friday is the day to be a student of the market. Watch what the big institutions are doing. Ultimately, Friday is your homework. What happens on Friday gives you a roadmap for Monday. By paying close attention to the final day of the trading week, you position yourself to be a smarter, more prepared investor. Don't tune out on Friday. Tune in. Do your homework. Understand the unique rhythm of the day, and you'll be light years ahead of everyone else who's already thinking about their weekend. Now that's how you make some real money. Booyah!